I assume that when you're getting ready for a martial arts session, you do warm ups. Do you do warm ups for writing before you start doing your real writing?
I don't actually. It's interesting. I write quite a few books with David Wood, and I know that when he's doing his solo stuff, he'll quite often basically just do a word sprint to get, and he's right. I got 20 minutes, 300 words, bang, and it doesn't matter just to get him in that zone of writing. And I know a few people that do some variation of that. I don't, which is interesting. You're absolutely right. You don't drop into busting your ass training hard until you've stretched a bit, warmed up a bit, got the blood moving. I don't tend to have that equivalent with writing. If I'm in a project, I tend to just sort of, wherever I left off, I sit back down and drop back into it again. But you'll probably find that I've never really paid attention to it, to be honest, but I'll probably find that as I start a writing session, it's probably a bit slow and I take my time. And then as you get warmed up, then it starts to motor. I have a little alarm thing that I set because, especially being involved with martial arts and physical training so much, I'm really aware of how unhealthy sitting for long periods is. Then I have this, and it's one of the biggest issues for writers, is that we sit in places like this for hours and we're hunched over, picking away and whatever. So I have this little thing that beeps every 30 minutes when I'm in a writing session, because I know I zone in, and it beeps every 30 minutes. And when it beeps, I'll just stand up and stretch and squat and move and biff and sit down again, to make sure that I'm reminded to do that. Otherwise, I can sit there and 3 hours will go past. And I realize I've been in the chair and haven't moved, or my feet are going numb or something. So I try to take proper breaks, but I have this little 30-minute timer that beeps.
I think that's a great idea. And as I was looking through your book, The Martial Art of Writing, I saw that. And I was like, you know what? If I don't take any other tip from this, I'm going
Honestly,
to start doing that, because I'm just terrible
yeah,
about that.
for writers, it's one of the best tips. And it is literally, I'll just push the chair back and I'll stand up and I'll sort of squat and I'll twist and I'll stretch. I might drop and do 10 push-ups and I sit up and then get back in the chair. It takes 15, 20 seconds.
Right.
But all of a sudden your body's moved and your blood's moving, and then you go again.